I'm continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around as I move along. Right now, I am still in the book of 1 Samuel. This will be chapter 6. And remember, just previously, the Philistines had defeated Israel in a big battle and captured the Ark of the Covenant, but any town that had the Ark of the Covenant in it was smitten by God, and so now they have decided they need to get rid of it. So this is the continuation of that story. Okay, Philistines send back the Ark with an offering. The Lord smites and slays Israelites in Beth-shemesh who look into the Ark. Okay. And the Ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. And the Philistines called for the priests and the diviners, saying, "What shall we do to the ark of the Lord? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place." And they said, "If ye send away the ark of the God of Israel, send it not empty, but in any wise return him a trespass offering, then ye shall be healed. And it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you." Then said they, "What shall be the trespass offering which we shall return to him?" They answered, 5 golden emerods and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines, for one plague was on you all and on your lords. Wherefore ye shall make images of your emerods and images of your mice that mar the land, and ye shall give glory unto the God of Israel. Peradventure he will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your gods, and from off your land. Wherefore then do ye harden your hearts, as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts, when he had wrought wonderfully among them? Did they not let the people go, and they departed? Now therefore make a new cart, and take 2 milch kine, on which there hath come no yoke, and tie the kine to the cart, and bring their calves home from them. And take the ark of the Lord, and lay it upon the cart, and put the jewels of gold which ye return him for a trespass offering in a coffer by the side thereof, and send it away that it may go, and see if it goeth up by the way of his own coast to Beth-shemesh. Then he hath done us this great evil. But if not, then we shall know that it is not his hand that smote us. It was a chance that happened to us. Now, I like this. This is good. The Philistines are asking their own diviners, their own priests, soothsayers, whatever, what to do. And this is, you got to give God an offering. We're going to prove whether this is God or not. And I like their offering. Apparently there was a plague of mice. So kind of like the bubonic plague, as you get a plague of mice probably spreading disease among the Philistines. And so, okay, your offering, make golden images of the tumors, the emerods, and of the mice, the 2 plagues that had plagued the Philistines. Put them in the ark. Then you get 2 new cows that had never been hitched to a wagon before. And put the ark on the wagon, a new wagon that had never been used, a new, constructed just for this purpose. Take it all, send it off. Now, if the cows wander off into Israel, then we know that this was the God of Israel, and we have appeased him. We're all good. If they don't wander into Israel, but just wander around in the area of the Philistines, then we know that this was just a coincidence, that this plague hit us. It wasn't God, it wasn't doing it, it was just one of those things. And yeah, I like this because it shows us that the ancients weren't quite as superstitious as a lot of modern people want to think. They didn't view everything as an act of the gods. Some things just happened. Life happens. So this may just have been one of those chance things, and it just happened to coincide with us getting the ark. We'll know by this sign. If God takes it back, then we know he was the one that caused it. Otherwise, it's just one of those chance things. I like that. Now, let us continue. Verse 10. And the men did so, and took 2 milch kine, and tied them to the cart, and shut up their calves at home. And they laid the ark of the Lord upon the cart, and the coffer with the mice of gold, and the images of their emerods. And the kine took the straight way to the way of Beth-shemesh, and went along the highway, lowing as they went. and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And the lords of the Philistines went after them unto the border of Beth-shemesh. And they of Beth-shemesh were reaping their wheat harvest in the valley. And they lifted up their eyes and saw the ark, and rejoiced to see it. And the cart came into the field of Joshua, a Beth-shemite, and stood there, where there was a great stone. And they clave the wood of the cart, and offered the kine a burnt offering unto the Lord. And the Levites took down the ark of the Lord, and the coffer that was with it, within the jewels of the gold were, wherein the jewels of gold were, and put them on the great stone. And the men of Beth-shemesh offered burnt offerings and sacrificed sacrifices the same day unto the Lord. And when the 5 lords of the Philistines had seen it, they returned to Ekron the same day. And these are the golden emerods which the Philistines returned for a trespass offering unto the Lord. For Ashdod 1, for Gaza 1, for Askelon 1, for Gath 1, for Ekron 1. And the golden mice, according to the number of all the cities of the Philistines belonging to the 5 lords, both of fenced cities and of countries, villages, even unto the great stone of Abel, whereon they set down the ark of the Lord, which stone remaineth unto this day in the field of Joshua the Beth-shemite. So, the cows go straight to Beth-shemesh. They don't wander off. They stick right on the road and head straight there. Now remember, these are cows who have never been yoked. They've never been hitched up. In other words, these are cows that are not trained. A trained cow would know where to go. They don't need a lot of prodding. They don't need a lot of direction. They just go where they're supposed to go. They would have followed a trained cow would have followed the road regardless. But these are new cows. And not only that, but their calves have been locked up in the sheds. In other words, these cows, they're new cows, they're not trained, so they're not going to necessarily, they probably wouldn't follow the road anyways, and following their natural inclinations, they would have turned around and gone back to their calves. But they don't. They head straight to Beth-shemesh. They take the ark home without wavering, and the Philistines know that this was God that did this to them. Now, the Philistines did not put these golden jewels, the emerods and the mice, in the inside the ark. They put the ark on the cart. Then they put a coffer or chest on the cart that was filled with the golden jewels. Now they put only the 5 emerods, but it says put in mice in the number of the cities of the Philistines, fenced cities and country villages. So probably a number of mice. It doesn't give us an exact number. So they anyways, let's continue this, finish this out. Verse 19. And he smote the men of Beth-shemesh, because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. Even he smote the people, 50,010 men. And the people lamented, because the Lord had smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. And the men of Beth-shemesh said, Who is able to stand before this holy Lord God? And to whom shall he go up from us? And they sent messengers to the inhabitants of Kirjath-jearim, saying, The Philistines have brought again the ark of the Lord. Come ye down and fetch it up to you. So remember now, when the ark comes, this is good. They take the ark, they take the cart that it was being carried on, and they use that to build a fire, and they sacrifice the 2 cows as a burnt offering to God. And they have the big celebration. The Levites come and get the ark, take it off the cart, because only the Levites are allowed to touch it, right? And they have this big celebration. They do all their sacrifices, but they open the ark. Now that, not even the only person permitted to touch the ark in any way is the high priest. The Levites, because of the situation, could hold the handles. They had the staves that were the handles. The Levites could hold that to carry it, but only the high priest could actually touch the ark. And then only 1 day a year. Now, Aaron and Moses had placed certain things inside the ark. They were authorized to actually open the ark and put certain things inside it while the Israelites were traveling. Once the Israelites got into Canaan, there is no indication that anybody was ever again given permission to open the ark to put anything in it or to take anything out. Now, I think that the high priest probably could, at certain times, open it to verify that the things are still in there. But these men were not the high priests. There were some Levites here who could carry the ark, but there was nobody authorized to even touch it. And yet they opened it. And so God sends a plague that decimates the area of Beth-shemesh. Now, it says 50,000 or so, but remember my video on large numbers in the Bible. But then again, Joseph Smith did not alter this in his translation. So we got a conundrum here on exactly how many people are killed. And it could be, see, I just want to put this out there. The numbers could be a correct translation, but could be a purposeful exaggeration by the author to give a more dramatic description. That is also possible. So just want to throw that possibility out there. But we're going to end this one here, and I will see you in the next chapter.